Ladies, my name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Deku was the Lord of the Kaijus and rules over everything. So, let's start with Zuko being born. This time I am gonna throw in Zumi. Yeah. So Zuko and Zumi were born. And the Quark Doctor. But in this alternate timeline, there's these creatures called kaijus. Just like doing their little business, destroying stuff. No. Like, critter like that. But they needed a leader to guide them. So, yeah. Zuko was born with a special, lord of the kaijus. Like a leader. So Zumi was basically born with a fire manipulation quirk. And then, of course, Zuko was born with a quirk that was the, So, but you know the drill. He looked at Zumi, tells her he can become a hero and all that stuff. And he looked at Zuko and he told Zuko that he's quirkless and he can't become a hero. All that stuff. So then so his parents paid more attention to Zumi than to Zuko. Oh, and yeah. So, but one day, he met this beautiful girl. Yeah. And her name is Hulu, basically. I tried to spell it with Ilulu, but it turns into like Hulu without a little dash. Reason why I'm using the upper half, these pictures, because some of the pictures that are on from Google thing is too inappropriate. I'm not saying her using the lifting her shirt up kind, full body one, like what I did with Whitebeard. Yeah. So yeah. So she basically fell in love with him. As she flirts with him. And yeah, she has the power to attract guys. Basically And how will I put this without sounding stupid? She ends up going, or she flirts with him, and of course, she's shocked by it. Her power doesn't work on Zuko. As she went home trying to think, why is that kid not able to get the charm cast? Asked. She's trying to think about everything. So, yeah. And, yeah. Basically, from that point on, she tried her best to, like, to make her, or make him fall in love with her. But one day, Zuko straight up got banned from his own home. His parents called him a piece of crud. As he starts to tear up, he ran away from home, and he's on the beach away from everybody as a kaiju with spikes on its back, with 5 or with 10 eyes looking at Zuko Midoriya, as he could sense their leader inside Zuko Midoriya. Yeah. As he, or as the, yeah. So then, because, yeah. Inko goes to UA. Zuko becomes, or he is still trying to learn how, yeah. So he kinda or like when he was crying and all that stuff, he could hear the kaiju talking to him, like telepathically tells him, no need to who cry, my leader. No. Yeah. But at the same time, she walks past, she saw like the Nomu, or not the Nomu, the creature that was bigger than the entire buildings. Yeah. So, yeah. As he is happy, as something tells her that this kid's not even human. As she knows who Zuko is, or actually, she actually goes to UA. So, like, yeah, like when they, after school, she goes down and she sees him playing with the kaiju, whose tail playing. Yeah. And she's, like, more interested in him. Like, yeah. So, yeah, I'm skipping the ball throw. It's basically like same thing in canon, instead of Zumi instead of Zuku. So yeah. So it was finally time. Yeah. So now it's All Might versus All for One. As All Might looked at all for One, or no, All for One looks at All Might and tells him that you had a chance and to do something crazy. Like what? I'm trying to find, like what? Well, basically, one of your classmates' students, or one of the students from your school. I believe her name is Zumi, right? Well, her brother is special. He didn't need to quirk. Because as All Might is interested of why did All for One know about Zumi and Zuko are brother and sister. So All for One says the good doctor told me that in his genetics there's a lord of the kaijus in his genetics that gives him the power of taking, or of the world, if he chose to. He probably will. Yeah. So basically, yeah. So All Might says, I won't let that happen. And well, now you won't be living that long. So All Might, or All for One, uses a beam cannon, but Zuko, was as he pops out of nowhere, he took the blast head on, as he says to All for One that first come, first serve, isn't it? Yeah. So All for One says, the king of the kaijus are here. The can't wait to see what you or Yeah. So, but his eyes, or Zuku's eyes, became sharp at, like what you see on your screen. As he starts battling, as his armor formed, this is what he made. This is what Zuku made that could handle nukes, blast, everything. And yeah, she's watching him be, yeah, and she thinks to herself, she thinks that the if he's a kaiju king or king of the kaijus, if I date him and get married to him, would I be kaiju queen? Queen of the kaijus? Yeah, in her head. So yeah. So basically Zuku tears All for One to pieces. Yeah. Like he ripped the quirk out, and out of All for One's body, or all the quirks, everybody's like, okay. And he threw All for One's body up into the air, and you know who came out of the, yeah, him? He devoured All for One's full body, digesting him. Yeah. Digesting him. Um so then after, or the following day, she went over for one last time to try before she fails, as she doesn't, so it doesn't work on him. As she was about to walk away, as she got turned around and straight up getting kissed right on the lips by Zuku, as he tells her that he knows that that she tries to basically tries to make him fall in love with her. After they first met, he couldn't stop thinking about her. As when she heard that, she was happy as a clam. Yeah. She is like, so they've been dating, eating, and yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, Hulu, or Lu, he don't know how to spell her name, but she ends up dating him. So now they passed 18. So they got married. And you know what they had? Was a child. It was, hold on. Yeah. They gave birth to her. Yeah. So Demon Lord Malign. in not sponsored. Sorry, let me take that out. So yeah. So then, yeah. Let me go back to where it was. There it is. So yeah. So he became, or they, it was finally time because he wants to take over the world. Because his anger got so, like, so yeah, his wife, Eve, really likes him when he gets true mad. So yeah. So Demon Lord Maline and her and Zuku, or they all call her Maline. Not Maline Naga, but Maline. Yeah. So, yeah. So he wanted to annihilate everybody. Because how upset he is. As usually she says, sure. Instead of saying just sure, she says this, sure, babe. Go right ahead. And yeah, she basically, or so kaijus from all over the globe killed every single one except for Zuku, her, and Maline Naga, or Maline. So yeah. So it was. So yeah. The world was doomed before. Or actually, yeah. But. There was one thing. Thing. That the quirk doctor, or should I say a scientist, before he died, he created a portal. Like basically to go into other multiverse. Yeah. And when it activated, when everyone died, of course, the quirk doctor it activated when a couple of years have passed. Finally, it did. And 2 people came out of that portal. One was Whitebeard Zuku from the What If Deku was Whitebeard. I have their like links down in the comments below, and a huge shout outs to those people that have like made these what ifs. So then another one, a smaller man but has long beautiful hair, this is not totally accurate, but I'm just using it. So he came from what if Deku was the reincarnation of Godzilla. Yeah, that's not very smart of. But Zuko, who the Godzilla reincarnation Zuko, was overpowered. So then he ends up, or so they were like, okay, where are we? As he says, and who the heck are you, first of all? I am, Deku. Oh. As Whitebeard says, no, I'm Deku, and all that stuff. But then they see a note, or a hologram pops up. And it was, Zuko, or of the Quark Doctor, just sitting there. As he says, welcome to our Earth, or to our universe. Whoever is watching this, just know that I hate he wants your help to defeat the Zuko from our timeline. Because since day one. So yeah, he goes into details and well, it won't hurt to try. As multiple Zukus pop out of the portal. Some are like literal monsters. It's like how Truckison and the Nomu came out. Yeah. With all the villains. So they go. Actually, there was a couple survivors. Like Momo, Jiro, Yochako, Bakugo, and Tenya, and like Zumi and her parents. Yeah. So, yeah. Basically, they came. No, actually, a bunch of Zukus came. And they start. Momo looked over at the whitebeard and Zuku because they met. So she looks over and she sees, and but one of the pussycats survived, actually. So then when she says, I see, the Quark Doctor was creating the portal to have you guys come to our world instead of. Can you defeat Zuko or our alternate Zuko? Why, yes, we can. Okay? And they show up, and then all heck's breaking loose. So the kaijus were, yeah. So Whitebeard says is like, oh, you may get killed by my fists and all that stuff. As Zuko was consumed by rage and all that stuff. As so Whitebeard and all those Zukus were battling against him. Yeah. And they actually won against him. As the one that looked like the Nomu, or actually him, he could tell that he got consumed by rage. As he moves Whitebeard off, as he basically tells I will hurt you from your anger. As he does that, as the anger is leaving all of out, as he gets up, like, what just happened? He thought I was gonna die from being angry all the time. As she runs over and she hugs him, she tells him that it's all over. Her babe. So now, let's go home, okay? Yeah. As she is grinning about it. Yeah. As she's like making out with Zuko. Definitely not like all of the Zukus, but just her Zuku, the one that yeah. So yeah, he paid a lot of damages to fix the entire buildings. Yeah. As Zuko, the Whitebeard Zuko, puts his hand on the Lord of the Kaijus, his shoulder, and tells him that, hey, I know that we all are connected by Zuku Force, but you're pretty strong to handle against all of us. Some of them agree with that. Yeah, not every day that, as they complimented him. Like, yeah. But his quirk, actually, Lord of the Kaiju version, like her friend one had a quirk, actually. Called rewind. So he says, I may fix this in about. Yeah. So she holds on to him. Demon Lord Maline is now a teenager. Holds on to both of them. As he puts his hand down, on touching the ground, as it activates. As he brought every single person that the kaijus killed back to life. Yeah. And buildings rebuilt themselves. It's like the incident never happened. As he. Yeah. So he needs like a nap. Yeah, one of the kaijus could tell that he needs it. Yeah. So everybody looks over and sees all of different Zukus. Some look like actually students. Like one that's Momozuku, Dakuzuku, or actually Bakugo Zuku, yeah. So then, yeah. Usually I say I don't take long in fights things. So it's like a time skip. Because I don't want to end up like being so like brain dead with all that. And yeah, except for All for One, I forgot to mention. Everybody else like brought back to life, except for All for One. He's permanently dead. And yeah, so Nezu, or actually the detective, wants to put Zuko behind bars for rest of his life. But the whitebeard walks over to the detective and tells him that it wasn't his fault. He got consumed by rage. The so it's not the yeah. So if the detective, if he disagrees with that theory, all heck's gonna break loose. All the Zukus would battle against the police force, or actually will crush all the like police force, everything, because how strong they are. Yeah. So basically the quirk doctor walks over. If anyone wants to be put in jail, it should be me. As the quirk doctor says, because I lied to you, Zuko. of not having a quirk and all that stuff. So I apologize for that. Okay? Because all this. The reason why I said that was actually he won. He was not interested in. This is what he said to you were, or you are the special one that, as, yeah, most of the other Zukus, uh, like Bakugo Zuku was basically hangs out with everybody, or all of them hang out with the. So Momozuku was. So she says, "Well, may I ask you something?" Sure. As he's, or as she says, "How or what universe were you in?" Well, I I come from the. We all call it what if universes. So it's where I come from. It's called what if Zuko was Momo, Rozu. And yeah, and everybody's like talking. Some of them, like Momo, is like, okay, who's that white hair kid, the one with a purple jacket? Oh, him? He's a great Leviathan and Zuko. Introduce yourself. Oh, yeah. As he does it in a calm voice. Such beautiful that, yeah. On my world. Or he says, on my world. Or in my timeline. I'm actually married to you, Momo. Oh? In my timeline. As she could not believe that the another Momo that from a different timeline loves this person. And as he asked, or no, she asked him about what can he do. Well, my ability, as you may think, or as he knew that someone said his name, like Gigantor's Leviathan, he turns into a big monster that could, yeah. As everybody wants to see that. Yeah, everybody wants to see him transform into the water as they see him, as everybody's like, okay. And everybody's like, oh boy, that's cool. Yeah. Kaiju, Zuku, like the Godzilla reincarnation. Got all the girls go, oh. Yeah. So, yeah. So then So she ends up, of course, she actually, in the anime, the Dragon Maids, if you've seen her full body, you know why that I only chose like top of her head, like the one that you see before you. Because I don't want anyone to end up like, you know, so getting a wrong idea. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, like her outfit was already too much. I could have been like taken off the air. So, yeah. So, yeah. And Zuko, or actually, the one that had that, or that took away all the anger from the Lord of the Kaiju's one, he tells him that he has the same powers as All for One. I am the All for One Zuko. And yeah, General Grievous, Zuko introduces himself as, yeah, that is scary. All of that stuff. And this is before, or yeah, before we go, you know, do you guys want me to redo the General Grievous, or like what if Deku was General Grievous and made the clone army? If you guys want, please leave a like below, and I'm saying yes we do or no we don't. Because, yeah. So, now, all the Zukus went back to their universe. And they talked about that they went to this universe and all that stuff. Wow. And Bakugo, through this entire time, when Bakugo met every single alternate version of Zuko, he literally walked over to Zuko and tells him that, man, I don't know if I do like you a way that you are. Because, yeah, he doesn't want to be like, oh, I'm gonna, I don't know. So, yeah. Zuko ends up had the same face as her. She actually, or he never actually expected Bakugo, his friend, to actually say that to him. Yeah. So, yeah. So, bye bye. Peace out, y'all.